and welcome back to our channel.
Hi.
Today we're going to be talking about something that we all go through, men, women, old, young. We're going to be talking about insecurities and what insecurities that we faced, whether they've changed since we became a Christian, and how we've overcame our insecurities if we have overcome it. Yeah. So have you guys ever had any insecurities that you've overcome or stuff that you're going through now? Obviously I know we all still have insecurities, but maybe something in particular that stood out to you. Maybe Esther, do you have anything?
Yes. If I said I didn't, that would be a lie. Basically, in secondary school, like everyone was so self-conscious about what their appearance were, like either if their makeup was okay or if what they were wearing was short enough. Like, you know, when you used to like roll up your skirt so short so that everyone could just know that, yeah, you're just with the fashion nowadays. But for me, it was my body, just me being not a particular size, because everyone, like my friends, they were either skinny or they were really tall, or so I just felt like I didn't fit in very well because I felt very self-conscious of my body. Like I didn't think that that I looked like everyone else, so I was really self-conscious of the way I looked, how I dressed, and even when I went out with my friends, like you see me wearing tights instead of wearing, I'll wear tights with shorts instead of just wearing the shorts, or like I'll wear like a baggy, really baggy top, just to hide all my insecurities. And it does take over your life because it's just, it's like it keeps going through your mind over and over again, and it just you're not getting over the thought about you just being perfect in your own skin. And I wasn't comfortable in my own skin at all.
Yeah.
What about you, Ray?
Oh wow. So for me, I actually have a lot. So first of all, my nose is really. Oh, am I doing that one? Yeah, I am. Sorry. So first of all, my nose is really long. Like I've always had a problem with that, and it's because I'm Turkish and stuff. But it's really long and pointy, and whenever I take pictures, especially from the side, I hate them. Especially even my wedding pictures, some of them, they were from the side, like side profiles, and I can't look at them. Like they're actually really embarrassing. So I hate that. And love insecurities, my teeth. But the one I actually want to speak about, it's just me as a person. I'm not actually a confident person, and with me, I've realised of recent as well, it's still something I struggle with, to be honest, that I do a lot of things, but I have to kind of get I forgot my words.
No, it's fine.
I have to get
like reassurance from other people. Yeah,
thank you. So I have to be reassured from other people, and I have to kind of get their approval before I do certain things, which is really, it actually hinders me a lot, because there's so much that, not even just that I want to do, but so many things that God's actually put on my heart. Even with this channel, like, to be honest, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, me as a person, I'm so shy. These guys can tell you, like, I hate speaking and being center of attention. So the fact that I'm even doing this is really pushing me out of my comfort zone. And when we were planning doing this channel, this was one thing we spoke about, and I said that this year I wanted to make sure I stepped out of my comfort zone, and this channel has really helped me do that. But yeah, for me, obviously my nose and my teeth, but just I need to be more confident in myself, and that's always been an insecurity, but God is definitely helping me with that. So I feel like I've gone off topic.
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Perfect.
Yeah, tell me, go.
Yeah, because I feel like every person has like a physical insecurity. I think one of mine was my arms, because I've had like facially, like even growing up, I've always had like good skin in terms of like face and stuff, and I never really worried about like going out with no makeup or just being fresh faced, because my skin on my face is fine, but the rest of my body is really sensitive, so like I scar so easily. And so when I was younger, through my teenage years, you know, you do things and you just get rashes and like all that kind of stuff, and then it would scar, and I think it was to a point where it was like black, and obviously you could see it, and I think it was just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to show my arms. So through the summer I would wear long like sleeve t-shirts and everything, but now it's like I don't even care anymore. But I don't know, I think it's just going to accepting yourself for who you are. I think sometimes you just have to come to terms with, okay, this is my body, this is my skin, these are my scars that show my story, and that's fine. And nobody has perfect anything. Do you get what I mean? I think just changing my perception on how I saw myself, and how I saw my own body and my own skin changed the way I view myself. So now something that used to hinder me is something that I don't even think about anymore. And I think that's through growing up and through realizing that you know, everybody has little things, and not taking it too hard.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are the things that can push you, though, if that makes sense. So like I was saying, in terms of me being scared of and wanting people's approval, that's actually pushed me to step out of my comfort zone. So sometimes those things that, like you're saying with your arms and stuff, now it's probably made you more confident in yourself, kind of thing. So those kind of our limitations and our kind of fears, actually, or our insecurities, they actually push us to do more.
Yeah. Vicky, what about you?
Oh yeah.
I completely forgot. But okay, so I think growing up, my biggest insecurity was my nose, as well as like you, Rihanna. But mine wasn't because it was long. Mine was because it was wide. So like when I used to take pictures, like if you look at my pictures from, let's say, like 13 to about 17, I never smiled in any of my pictures. And people always look at my pictures and think I was miserable. But it's because I didn't want my nose to get bigger, because then if I smiled, I smiled to go bigger. So all the pictures, I'll do this. Or if I smiled, I'll do this. Like I'll just smile the corners of my mouth. And like even sometimes I'm like even you, when I was looking at my wedding pictures, like there was one picture and I was so happy and I was smiling really big and I could literally see up my nose. And I was like, this is so sad.
Oh my God.
But I've just learned, because I remember meeting somebody and I remember speaking to them, and then I was saying, oh yeah, my nose is so big, and they're like, your nose is not big. And I was like, yeah, can't you see, it's like massive? And they're like, no, it's actually not, you're black, like your nose is not that big, that's just normal. And that just made me realize that there's always somebody out there that has worse insecurities than myself. So because of that, it made me appreciate my body, and it made me appreciate like that makes me, like my nose brings my identity. So I remember when I was in school, I always used to say that when I had money, I'll do surgery. Like, and I always said I wanted to do surgery from when I was younger, so that it doesn't seem like such a massive change when you get older. And I've always like, yeah, I'll do surgery, I'm gonna do surgery, I'll just like bring my nose in and whatever. And obviously in the media, like celebrities, especially like the Kardashians, like Kylie Jenner, the youngest one, you can physically tell that she's done surgery on her lips to make her lips bigger. And that can make young people think that if growing up, if you don't like your lips, if you think your lips are too small, if you don't like your nose, oh, I can just do surgery and change it.
But then even go back to what you said about your insecurity, that people have worse insecurities. Not necessarily, I wouldn't say worse, but I would say that somebody will love the thing that you don't like about yourself. Because when people look at you, oftentimes they don't see all the things that you nitpick at yourself. So the things that you think are so ugly, so horrible, somebody else thinks that's so beautiful, and they look at you and they're amazed by that thing. So yours, it could be your nose, but someone will look at you like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. You'll be like, oh my gosh, her nose is so long, so thin.
I don't even see it with your teeth.
I'm looking at
Esther, your calves. Some people like me that have skinny legs will be like, oh my gosh, I want those calves, I love those curves on her calves. Like, there's things that people love about each individual that you don't like about yourself, and that's what's the beauty in being different. I think that's what we need to remember, and that's why God made us the way we are.
But obviously it's still natural to like go through that. Like I like what you were saying about body image. Like I remember I would look in the mirror and you look in the mirror, you almost criticize yourself. You're like, okay, I need to fix that, I need to make my belly a little bit smaller, I need to fix my legs, to do that. And that's when you start fads and diets and starving yourself and all that stuff. And it's okay to be healthy and want to change and exercise and stuff like that. But obviously if you go to that extreme lengths where you hate your body, or you hate your image so much that you go through the lengths of wanting to change it, but not in that natural way, but unnatural way, then that's bad. But I think becoming a Christian made me love myself, because I realised that God made every single part of me the way He wanted to, and I wasn't a mistake. My nose wasn't like, oh, all of a sudden like it was big. Like God orchestrated it, and He structured my face the way that I look now. So it makes me think, if God sees me as beautiful and He made me like this, then I will see myself as beautiful. And I wouldn't want to look at my daughter, if I have a child and she has my nose, and then think, oh, her nose is big because she has my nose, and I don't want her to feel like she's not beautiful. Sorry, that just made me really emotional. Sorry, I don't know why I'm crying. Oh, that's happened.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I don't know. Sorry, just thinking of my children. Sorry, I don't know why I'm crying. But I just
Just
wouldn't want
said it. I can imagine it though.
But I
So
wouldn't
you have
want
a
my
child
daughter-
and you don't want her to feel like, I get completely.
because she has my
Yeah,
nose. I don't want her to
yeah,
feel
you
like
look at
she's
her,
ugly.
yeah.
Like, why
It
am I
comes from the Togan family, yeah.
It's
Your
true.
daughter's going to be beautiful.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like you don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when, especially when I see like my cousins or young people, and they're like, oh, I'm this, or I'm fat, or I'm this. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's true.
no, like you're small, your body
Well, the thing
has
is
not
that
grown.
we women were
What
just
is wrong with you?
naturally
Look
yourself
like
up,
that.
yeah.
We just we compare each other so much
Yeah.
that it's just well, our own worst enemies, literally,
Yeah.
because we're just naturally
I'm
we're
actually
all,
such a baby.
we just see each other
Yeah.
and we're just like,
I
oh, I
get
want to
it.
be like
That's
you.
beautiful.
But then it's like someone else wants to be like you.
Yeah.
How you
Yeah.
are, you don't. That person's looking up to you. You need to appreciate yourself and your body and how God has made you and how
And I think
perfect you are.
That's also the reason why as well, because we compare ourselves to other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And
So
your
like we
friends
compare,
as well,
yeah, you
yeah.
compare yourself to your friends. That's even in your small circle. You compare yourself to your neighbors or whoever you've seen outside, and then also the media on top of it. And I feel like we put so much pressure on ourselves that if we don't look like this thing or this next person because this person has this and that, if I don't have that, then I'm not beautiful, then I'm not pretty, and then you put yourself down. And maybe you're not physically saying it, but in your mind you're constantly taking in these images, and then that's how you. If you don't see yourself like that in the mirror, you're like, okay, I'm horrible
It's
today.
true. And to be honest, like, when you think about who are you doing it for, because I guess if you're doing it for yourself and you want to wear makeup and stuff for yourself, then that's fine. But for me, most times I wear makeup, well, I wear it for myself, but I also do it as in I'm trying to look a certain way,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But whenever I like speak to my husband about it, he's always like, he prefers me without makeup. And it's like, he said that, but in my head, that's not enough. Like, I still need to wear it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So most times it's like, who are you actually doing it for? If
It's
you're doing all these
true.
things
It's so true.
for just to compete with other people,
Yeah.
then that's an insecurity issue. But if you're doing it because obviously you want to feel beautiful about yourself and you just like the way it enhances your beauty, then yeah, fair enough. But most times we do, like, people do these things for boys and
to
guys.
get the attention of
yeah,
the boys,
and
yeah.
they're not interested in
But
that
then
at all.
also, like, some people go through bullying. Because I remember, like, I didn't notice that my nose was big. I didn't know until someone in my primary school said to me, oh, you've got a big nose. Do you know what I mean? And then from then, it's stuck in my head.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of people go through bullying, or like people taunt them and say, oh, your eye, like, you probably wouldn't have known that your nose was this, or you probably wouldn't have known that your arm was bad. You might have got a scar, but someone must have pointed out to you, oh, look at your arm, or look at this, and like, it might not have been in a bullying way. Obviously people do get bullied,
Yeah.
but it might just be like in a show letting you know, and then that might now
Kind of
bring a
stays
new
in there,
insecurity
yeah.
to you.
It's true.
So that's why you have to be careful what you say to people, because you don't know how
words
that
are
will make them feel.
powerful.
But then also I feel like even though people can say things to you, you have a responsibility to what
Exactly.
you allow. Like I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
it's gotten to a stage in my life where I just reject stuff. Like if someone says something or I hear it passing by, and I'm like, this is negativity or it's something I don't want to put on top of myself, another burden to carry. We deal with enough things every day.
Yeah.
So if things people say, I just reject it. It's not me, and I would say positive things about myself to me.